Merhaba arkadaşlar, yeni bir bölüme hoş geldiniz. Kaldığımız yerden devam edip ücretsiz bilgilendirelim. Neredesin dostum? Dayama var. Yağmasız olmaz.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Aynen öyle. Bir deyip
Pretty
bakarlanmaya
helpful
gerek yok.
creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful. As they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state.
Evet.
As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
İyi bakalım. Teşham Mutna'ya
All right,
gideceğiz işte.
so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesham Mutna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Hazırlanmamız gerekmiyor ya. Yok değil. Değil mi?
Tesham Mutna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment.
Daha önce orada bulunduk Geralt'cığım.
Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world,
Ama içine girmek.
one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesham Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Haydi gidelim.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesham Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
Ne o? Ha.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand,
Jim.
the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesham Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell real tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Valla hayır vampirlerle kapışabilen Witcher sayısı neredeyse yok gibi bir Geralt falan var. Zor baya. Işınlanabiliyor arkadaşlar neredeyse. O hızlı ışınlanıyorlar. Daha doğrusu hareket ediyorlar.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
Etmezsin sen diyeceğiz. Düzgün
You
adamsın.
lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
Ha, buraya bir de sadece hayır vampirler. Yüksek seviyeli vampirler açabiliyor bu kapıları.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Tesham.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate
Evet,
from our realm
Teşham
to this
Mutna
one opened up
şampiyonu.
to this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
İnsan hayvancılığı ve bakımı. Evet, Teşham Mutna'nın bir kısmı.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Suspect it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something? Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally...
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadloves.
Cells? Who for?
Disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadloves. We both remained in this part of the world.
Yeah.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet. Those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Okuyarak zaman kaybetmiyorum biliyorsunuz. Genelde okumuyorum. Okumak daha iyi, daha keyifli hale getirebilir onu da ben ilk oynayışımda okumuştum. Birçoğunu. Hepsini değil tabi. Yeniden, daha doğrusu sıfırdan oynayanlar okuyabilir.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock, live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Burada ricisi
Place the bait at the
kurutacağız.
tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
Nereye koyuyoruz lan? Nereye koyuyorduk? Ha, hatırladım.
When I think how these tunnels got here, sends shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Büyüyeceğiz şimdi, ne yapıyorsun? Hadi.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick I'd wager it carries clear to nowhere.
Şimdi bir kereye mahsus Tesham Mutna'ya giyeyim diyecektim de ürün taşları koymamız lazım. Neyse faynadan yiyeyim ya, bir şey olmaz. Şimdi bu arkadaş ne veriyordu? Öldürünce canımız tazeleniyor. Zaten detokşunumuz var. Ama sırf görünüş itibariyle bakalım abi. Müzisyen geldim.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, also my head started spinning.
Vampirler, nekrofage'ler, bir sürü bir şey gelecek. Iron'da kılıcımızı geliştireceğiz bu sayede.
Maybe we need a safe word.
Şunu bir içelim. Şunu çıkalım. Sonra çakarız.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Vampir geliyordu ya, gelmiyor mu?
Please, God. You won't be able to.
Tamam, o zaman değiştirelim kılıç yağını. Hadi. Bu.
Through this, that is all.
Aa, patlıyor.
You just smell the blood.
Ne oluyor? Ah. Çok pis oldu bu. Bu hiç hoş olmadı. Vampirler de geldi. Lan patlıyor. Vampirler. Vampir ya. Oh.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you anymore.
Neces'cim sakinleş dostum.
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you. The pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula?
Evet,
Proportions were
Neces'cim.
exact. The brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Ne haber Mehmet? Evet, geçmişe gidiyoruz. İksir. Alırız. Decoction. İşe yaradı.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must
İyidir
understand.
Mehmet.
I've a meeting. The Count.
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill.
Atacağım
Curious,
Mehmet.
eh?
Şu an aynı zamanda da Nvidia'nın kendi kayıt programını kullanıyor.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Deadlove kafayı yedi burada. Cinnet geçirdi. Bu yüzden elini kesecek. Mehmet, gereksiz sorular sorma ya.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him, still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse, cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
Muhabbete
Saw a
devam.
moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision.
Mehmet, oyun hikayesi seri videosu çektiğim için
Detlef first met Delacroix
dolayısıyla
there.
hepsini göstermem
Went
lazım.
back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad, though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I
Seninle
learn anything.
bu olan muhabbeti de seslerden silmem lazım YouTube'a atarken. Neyse. Evet. O bitti. Aynen, bunu bir kontrol edeceğiz. Aa, bu kalmış. Bu zaten bug'lı oyun alması için. Önce şunu bir halledelim. Bir üstümüzü değiştirelim. Sevmiyorum bu giyimi. Daha önce de hiç giymemiştim. Tamamız. Bu ne alemde? Tabii canım, bu yeni aldığımız Iron Dite daha güçlü olacak. Susma lan, susma, konuş. Onları da siliyorum. Onları da siliyorum. Şimdi önce şuradan şunu bir alalım. 3, 5, 7, 9. Bunları da bırakmayalım. Önce şunları bir halledelim. Ya da konuşalım. Bir daha alacağız Musa. Evin içindeydik ya, ne ara çıktık dışarı.
Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas' care.
Teyzeciğim.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I got it short.
Yes, years of suffering. You know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones.
Ulan
my
şu
children
köpekler
grow
beni kanser
old and
edecek ya.
die. All my family is long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
Soyun tükendi teyze. Bir sen kaldın. Çocuğun da yok. Aynen, burada kalabilirsin.
This is a big
Aşçı
house,
olacak.
big estate. You can stay here.
Evin aşçısı.
Truly, I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah,
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've
Yeni
one
kırıcımız
other thing
gelecek ya
I'd like
Geralt'cığım.
to tell you. Many years ago my father assembled valuables for my
Ama teyze de
dowry.
kalsın tabii.
I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of
Aynen.
my gratitude.
Ganimeti almaya
If you wish to
gideceğiz.
find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara.
Ödül,
The dowry
ganimet,
lies
ne bu seçti.
hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Buluruz
Do
teyze,
just
merak
that.
etme.
Thanks. I'd
Muhabbeti
never
de
expect
bitirelim.
someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Hayır,
Counting on
tabii
you
ki.
having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking, even as a child. My gran was a true master in the kitchen. Her spit-roasted ox was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of
Teyze tamam,
cooks.
çok konuştum.
But I devised the
Pişman
dishes
oldum.
myself. They only prepared them.
Hadi şunu da bitirelim de gidelim.
You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall, but somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
Öyle
And
düşünmeyiz
I'd never want
teyzeciğim.
you to stay against your will.
Haydi gidelim. Şükür.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher, and remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Teşekkürler teyzeciğim.
Grey, yes. Scraggly, yes. But at the tourney, he knew what he could.
Might want to look around some.
Şu muydu ya?
Strange.
Oymuş valla, doğru hatırlıyorum.
That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house.
Kapıyı açabiliyor mu? Bunun anahtarı nerede kim bilir. Hatırlamıyorum. Hadi gidelim. Görevi de bitirdik. Burada değil. Neredeydiler? Aa. Şimdi önce bir şuraya gidelim. Queen glifi yapalım.
My auntie says I talk too much. My mummy says hello.
Got pitched like a racehorse.
Greetings,
Ne haber
Iger.
Hattori?
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Listen.
Şimdi bir şey satmayacağız. 9 tane, 4 tane daha coin glif yapacağız. Kaç tane yapabiliyorum? 4 için 16 tane, bizde 8 var. O zaman 10 tane daha yapalım. Bir, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mehmet, sonra konuşuruz onu. Bu bölümü bitirince videoyu durduracağım, sonra konuşuruz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tamam. Tamamdır. Şimdicik gidebiliriz Sakar. Tekrar yakışıklı olalım.
Temple guard let even you into the city. Fancy, eh?
The world's never ending.
Sus amca sus.
Craft something for...
Tamam. İşte tamam. Gidelim. Şu hazine görevini de bitireyim. Bu videoyu sonlandırayım. Ne oldu, yanlış yaptım. Önce görevi seçelim de.
One false move and you will regret it.
Lan sus. Atar yapıyor bir de bana.
Enough said.
Oh!
Work doth one ennoble,
Kime soracağız lan?
sloth doth one gratify.
Bu değil.
Watch it,
Great
or I will.
Bu değil. Bu değil. Bu değil.
Watch it, or I will.
Excuse
Watch
you.
it,
Greetings
or I
and
will.
welcome.
Ya. Burada mı?
You look
Burada değil.
thirsty indeed.
Aşağıda mı?
Fare thee well. Did you care, sir? Our sweet shining
Ha, buna
sun.
soracakmışız.
Welcome to the pheasantry.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort. There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
Tamam.
See you later.
Drink and be merry.
Neyse sonra satarız.
Thus spake the prophet Lebioda.
Ha. İkileri çıktık oraya. Al. Al. Evet. Tamam, doğru. Ay. Gel abla gel, satacağım sana. Seni mekandan alıp sana satıyorum.
What do you...
Başka satacak. Şimdi şunu eve bırakacağız. Bunları sat. Parası bitti ya. Aldım. Sırf bir şey satabilmek için. Sat. Yanlış bir şey satmadık mı lan? Tamam.
See you later.
I must see a
Oh,
medic.
certainly.
En yakın burası. Roçum gel. Daha hatırlayamadım bu görevi ya. Garip bir yere mi gidiyor acaba? Neyse anlarsınız. Ya gene mi siz, nefret ediyorum sizden. Hayalet ya. Hadi gel. Bir tane daha mı var ya? Gel Roç gidelim gel. Yüz yıl Roç durma ya. İyi hatırladım. Burada bir şeyler alacaktık galiba ya. Ha, tam hatırlamam. Hatırladım burayı ama Allah Allah. Harita mı aldık lan? Harita aldık ha. Yeni görev eklendiğini sanmıyorum. Ama eklenmişse de çözeriz. Bakarım şimdi. Ey Allah kahretsin. Hayır. Bu bug'lı zaten, bu ne yazık ki böyle oldu. Bitmiş ama haritada bir değişiklik var mı? Yani aldık biz onları ama. Bir daha bakayım. Neyse artık. Üstümüzdekileri bir bırakalım. Sonra da ben videoyu durdurayım. Vallahi görüntü efsane abi. Yapmışlar oyunu abi. Neredeydi bizim ev? Önce şunu bir bırakalım. Evet, burayı doldurduk. Sonra şu ilk oyundan aldım Tesham Mutna'yı almadan önce karıştırdı mı şimdi? Otuz 25 25 30 25 aynı. 4 3 4 3 25 aynıymış. Peki. Geri bırakalım. Hepsi aynı nasıl olsa. Ama tabi Teşham Mutna kılıcı aynı değildir. Bu değil. Tabii ki değil. Ama yine de zayıf bu. Neyse biz eskisini bırakalım. Gerisini de boşaltalım. Bunu satarız. Aldım önce şu oyunun güçlü çeliklicini tekrar kuşan alalım. Bırak. Bunu satacağız. Sen git, sen git, sen git, sen git. Tamamdır. Bunları satacağız. Evet millet. Bir bölümün daha sonuna geldik. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakınız.